So yesterday it was revealed that UFC vet Tim Kennedy had lied about receiving a Bronze Star with Valor for his time in the US military as a Green Beret and in the Special Forces, saying that he'd received one, yet he obviously never actually did, and he kept on lying about it, but he was finally forced to reveal the truth that he never actually received that Bronze Star, and in my opinion, he stole Valor from those who actually did receive that honor. The Bronze Star with Valor is awarded for heroic achievement in combat for acts of bravery involving conflict with an armed enemy. It's basically the fourth highest individual military award you can receive, so obviously it's a huge honor and it's a really big deal. Kennedy claimed in an interview from 2017 that he had gotten a Bronze Star with Valor after he described a scenario where he took down a bad guy during a conflict in one of his tours on duty, and in the past he stated that he never publicly claimed that he won that Bronze Star with Valor. But that's not the truth. He posted this apology on Instagram, as you can see, and he said, "I want to take full and unequivocal responsibility for a serious mistake. Over the years, I made public statements and gave interviews in which I unintentionally misstated aspects of my military service." Dude, just be honest, man. This is your apology post. It's the time to be honest. Just do it now. You saying that over and over and over in interviews and statements that you received that Bronze Star with Valor, that wasn't unintentional. You definitely knew what that honor meant. You served more than 20 years in the military. That was not unintentional, dude. You knew what type of credit that would get you, and you just kept on lying about it. Most notably, I implied directly or indirectly that I had been awarded the Bronze Star with Valor. That is not true, and there's no excuse for it. I never received that honor, and I deeply regret ever suggesting otherwise. That kind of recognition is sacred. It represents extraordinary courage under fire, acts that risk or cost lives. To those who truly earned it, and to their families and brothers in arms, I offer my sincere and direct apology. What I said disrespected your service, and I take full ownership of that. I was young when I stepped into the public eye, and while I wasn't prepared for the scrutiny or pressure that came with it, that doesn't absolve me. I should have known better. Integrity isn't situational, and I failed to uphold the standards I claim to represent. To the military and veteran community, especially those who served in combat or lost people that they love, I'm deeply sorry. I know I've let many of you down. You had every right to expect more from me, and I didn't live up to that. This apology is not the end, it's the beginning. I'm committed to rebuilding trust through honest reflection, visible accountability, and ongoing service to the community I misrepresented myself to. I'll no longer speak about my service in a way that elevates me beyond what I actually did. Dude, what the hell is this chatgpt reply, man? And he said, "From now on, my words will be guided by truth, humility, and respect. I understand that the words alone don't heal or disappointment or restore trust. Only time and action will. Thank you to those who held me accountable. I will do blah, 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 blah." Dude, this ChatGPT ass response has got me kind of upset, man. Tim Kennedy, dude, you blatantly lied, and then you're like barely taking responsibility of it. I understand that he apologized for it and he kind of admitted it, but that wasn't unintentional, dude. Don't use that word. He served over 20 years. He knows what comes with receiving that type of award. He didn't just say it once. He said it multiple times. It was definitely not unintentional. Tons of people had suspected that he'd been lying about some of his service for as long as I can remember, and he finally got called out for it and had to admit it. I can't imagine what lying about what you did in the military, especially because he actually did serve, but then he continued to lie about it on multiple occasions. Pretty ridiculous if you ask me. I haven't served, but I know people who did, and they wouldn't take kindly to somebody lying about it and receiving an honor about being in combat with an armed enemy. Personally, I've always thought that Tim Kennedy's stories and, on YouTube Shorts and TikTok were always a bit embellished, and he was probably making up some stuff about a few of them, but I didn't think that he'd lie about something as big and, as important as this. It just goes to show that you can't trust everybody you see in the public eye, and this whole thing is just sad, man. Why would you lie about this? That's just ridiculous. Like, he's done actual cool stuff and served, and he's got tons of stories from serving, but why does he have to try and claim something that he didn't do and discredit others who actually received that Bronze Star with Valor and maybe passed away and received it after? If you ask me, Tim Kennedy absolutely stole Valor from those who deserved it. Sorry, Tim, you're going to be known as a stolen Valor guy for quite some time. Thank you guys for 42 subs. I'm trying to get to 50, baby. I'll see you in the next one.